Now, legal practitioners, human rights activists, and civil society organizations have expressed divergent views on the performance and independence of Nigeria's judiciary. While some experts believe the judiciary operates independently, others argue that it is influenced by political interests and lacks autonomy. Ado Musa has more in this report.
The judiciary, as one of the three arms of government, is constitutionally tasked with adjudicating cases and resolving disputes. It is often described as the last hope of the common man. However, in recent years, growing dissatisfaction has emerged among Nigerians, with many alleging that the rule of law is not being upheld in judicial proceedings. Critics have accused the judiciary of serving political interests, particularly under President Bola Tinubu's administration, where some allege that the court are being used to advance personal and political agendas rather than protect the rights of ordinary citizens. Salman Abdullahi, a human rights activist, argues that the judiciary is failing to safeguard the rights of the common man.
I can say no in affirmative, but the real sense is judiciary is not protecting the right of common man in Nigeria. Rather, they are protecting the interests of the government, Nigerian government.
Among legal practitioners, opinions on the judiciary's performance are sharply divided. While some assert that the judiciary is compromised, others maintain that it still functions with a degree of independence.
You see, normally by the word, people are saying judiciary is independent. Judiciary in Nigerian context are not independent, fully independent per se, because most of their decisions, as people presume it, there are some influences at times that influence certain decisions.
It's different from the knowledge of the court, because court has to work with evidence and other things that need to be tabled before it. So when there is no proper evidence to guide that, he cannot be able to. So now people tend to look at, maybe he is a son of a rich man. That was why they did not give him that maximum punishment. But so to say, we know that it was as a result of lack of evidence that that person was not given the maximum punishment of 21 years. So this is what is really happening, that people feel that the government is interfering, but I've never seen a situation whereby the government will say don't punish this or don't punish that.
Luka Pampe, a public affairs commentator and civil society member, shares his views on how the judiciary is performing under the current administration.
But if you ask for my opinion, I will tell you that yes, there are some of these arguments that are said to be founded. For example, when you look at some of these political cases, when it comes to political cases, a lot of people will tell you that, look, they have seen certain signs on the side of the executive, allegedly to have also manipulated some of these cases to their own favor.
He believes the judiciary lacks independence and has strayed from its constitutional mandate.
But again, I would want to say this. In Nigeria today, the judiciary is not independent. We've seen cases where the issue of houses of judges, issue of accommodation of judges, issue of salaries of judges have been increased under the Tinubu administration. We've seen instances where you've had more than 300% increase in allocation in terms of the income of judiciary, particularly the judges, as it were. So again, how do you separate between these tiers of government?
The question remains, how can the integrity of the judiciary be restored?
You see, what government should do to give the judiciary independence, to give so that the judiciary will be given decision that is free from any influence from anybody.
I think there is nothing far-fetched. It's to ensure that what is contained in the laws are judiciously followed. And one of way to do that is to ensure that the man who pays the piper that does not dictate the tune, okay? And to give them that power to exercise by way of financial power, as it were, by way of even empowering the National Judicial Council, and not to even interfere with the activities of National Judicial Council.
For many Nigerians, the judiciary's integrity is in doubt, and confidence in the system continues to decline. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.